Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, where we geek out over gadgets that make life a little more adventurous. I'm your host, Alex, and today, oh man, I am pumped to share my thoughts on something that's seriously changing the game for anyone who loves to travel, connect with new people, or just dip their toes into learning a new language without the headache. We're talking about the SonaBuds Translating Earbuds. Now, I've been using these bad boys for the past couple of weeks, and let me tell you, they're not just earbuds. They're like having a personal interpreter right in your pocket. If you've ever nodded along in a conversation, pretending to understand, or pulled out your phone mid-chat to Google Translate, these are for you. Stick around because I'm breaking it all down. The fit, the sound, the magic of translation, and why I can't stop raving about them. Let's jump in. First things first, let's talk about how these feel on your ears, because honestly, if they're not comfy, nothing else matters. The SonaBuds have this sleek, super lightweight design. Each bud weighs next to nothing, like less than 5 grams a piece, I think. They've got these ergonomic curves that just hug your ear without any pressure points, and they come with a bunch of customizable silicone tips in different sizes. I started with the medium ones, but after a day of testing, I swapped to the small for that perfect seal. I wore them for a full 8-hour workday, hopping on calls and blasting podcasts, and I forgot they were even there. No soreness, no slippage, even when I was out for a jog. And the charging case? It's this compact little matte black thing that slides right into your jeans pocket. Holds enough juice for multiple full charges, which we'll get to later. Build quality feels premium too. The plastic has a soft touch finish that doesn't scratch easy, and the touch controls on the stems are responsive without being accidentally triggered. Pinch to play pause, swipe for volume, intuitive stuff. If you're someone who hates bulky over-ears for travel, these are a dream. Setup is a breeze, by the way. Pair them via Bluetooth to your phone, iOS or Android, no drama, and download the free SonaBuds app. It took me under 2 minutes to connect, and boom, you're in. The app's clean, no clutter, select your languages, tweak noise settings, and you're off. Bluetooth range is solid, about 30 feet, so I can wander around my apartment while streaming music from the kitchen without a hitch. No dropouts, even through a couple walls. And speaking of sound quality, because these aren't just translators, they're legit wireless earbuds first. The high-fidelity drivers pump out crisp, balanced audio. Bass isn't overpowering like some Beats wannabes. It's punchy but controlled, perfect for everything from indie folk to thumping EDM. Vocals shine through clear as day, and the highs have that sparkle without piercing your eardrums. I streamed a whole album by my favorite artist at the weekend, and it felt immersive, like the music was wrapping around me. Calls? Crystal clear too. The built-in mics with noise cancellation pick up your voice like you're in a studio, and the person on the other end said they could barely hear my background fan. In a noisy coffee shop test, it cut out the chatter so well I sounded like I was calling from a quiet room. These are versatile. Use them for workouts, commutes, or zoning out with a book on audio. But okay, we all know why you're here, the translation superpowers. This is where SonaBuds really flex. Powered by some seriously smart AI, they handle real-time voice translation in a whopping 144 languages. Yeah, you heard that right, 144. From English to Mandarin, Spanish to Swahili, even less common ones like Icelandic or Tagalog. Accuracy? I'm talking 98% on average based on my tests. It's not perfect in super slang-heavy convos, but for everyday chat, it's spot on. They pick up speech through those sensitive mics and process it lightning fast, under a second delay, which feels natural, not robotic. Let me break down the modes, because that's what makes them so adaptable. There's touch mode for one-on-one. You and your buddy each pop in a bud, tap the stem to speak, and it translates on the fly. I tried this with a friend practicing her French. We role-played ordering croissants at a Parisian cafe, and it nailed the nuances, like distinguishing pain au chocolat from just pain. No awkward pauses. We were laughing through the whole thing. Then, speaker mode. One person wears the buds, the other talks into your phone's mic via the app. Super handy for quick interactions, like asking directions from a local who doesn't speak your language. I used this on a video call with a colleague in Tokyo. Japanese to English, seamless. The app displays the text on screen too, so if audio glitches, you've got backup. Free talk mode is hands-free heaven. Just speak normally and it alternates translations without taps. Great for walks or casual hangs. And offline mode?
game changer for spotty Wi-Fi spots. It works without data for about 40 major languages: English, Spanish, French, German, you get it. Pulling from onboard storage. I tested it on a hike with no signal, chatting trail directions in simulated German, and it held up without a stutter. Noise cancellation ties it all together. It actively filters out background din, traffic, crowds, wind, so translations stay accurate by focusing on voices. In a bustling market simulation at home, with my blender and TV cranked, it isolated my words perfectly. And for group convos, it can handle multi-speaker detection, translating back and forth in small gatherings. I hosted a virtual language exchange with folks from Brazil and India, Portuguese, Hindi, English, swirling, and everyone followed without missing a beat. It's like the earbuds are reading the room. Now, real-life scenarios, because specs are cool, but how do they hold up in the wild? Picture this. I'm on a solo trip to Mexico City. Vibrant streets, amazing street food, but my Spanish is rusty at best. With SonaBuds, I wandered the markets asking vendors about the freshest tacos al pastor, tap, speak, ¿cuál es el más fresco? It translates to them, they reply, and back to me in English. This one's just grilled. No fumbling with a phrase book. I scored authentic eats and even chatted recipes. Saved me from that awkward tourist mime routine. Or business side. I jumped on a Zoom with a potential client in Seoul. Korean's not in my wheelhouse, but free talk mode bridged it effortlessly. We discussed project timelines, and the 98% accuracy meant no "did you say yes or no" moments. Closed the deal feeling confident, not confused. And for fun, language learning. I've been picking up Italian phrases via Duolingo, but practicing with natives? SonaBuds let me converse with an online tandem partner from Rome. It corrects gently in the app, building my vocab while keeping the flow natural. Even daily life gets a boost. Grocery run with a multilingual label? Snap a pic in the app for text translation. Bonus feature. Or calling family abroad. My aunt in Punjab speaks Punjabi. I don't, but now our chats are heartfelt, not halting. Battery life's no slouch either. You get 6 to 8 hours of straight use on a single charge, plenty for a full day out. Translation mode sips power a bit more, but I still hit 7 hours easy. Pop them back in the case for a top-up. It holds 3 full charges, so you're looking at over 24 hours total. Fast charging too. 15 minutes gets you 2 hours of playtime. I charged overnight via USB-C, woke up to full bars. No more dead buds mid-adventure. Alright, wrapping this up because I could gush all day. The SonaBuds aren't just earbuds, they're a bridge to the world. Comfy, clear-sounding, and insanely capable at busting language barriers. For travelers, expats, polyglots, or anyone curious about cultures, these are a must. At their sale price around $75, it's a steal for the tech packed in. Sure, they're an investment in connection, but man, the stories you'll unlock? Priceless. If you're digging this vibe, hit that like button if these sound like your next grab. Drop a comment. What's your biggest language struggle? And subscribe for more gadget deep dives. We're hitting Japan-inspired tech next week. Links to snag your SonaBuds in the description, with my affiliate for that sweet deal. Thanks for watching, Wanderlusters. Catch you on the next adventure. Peace.